Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. So today I would like to talk about 5 baking ideas to do with kids. Before we start, so in case if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. I make videos on travel, motherhood, and lifestyle. So if that is something that you might want to watch in the future, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, let's start. So I love baking so much and I spend a lot of time baking with my kids. So here are 5 different things that you can bake with your children. So I have 3 kids. One of them is currently 5-year-old and 2 of them, because I have twin boys, are currently 3 years of age. So I bake quite often with them because they really enjoy the process of making and mixing together and putting everything up together. I ended up being very proud when everyone is eating the cakes that they make. Now, when choosing your recipes or when choosing something to bake, you don't want to bake something so complicated when it involves the kids, okay? So here are the 5 baking ideas that I actually do with my kids. So first thing, my first suggestion, obviously, something that we do it quite a lot, we do quite often, is to bake a cake. Now, when choosing a cake, we choose something easy to make. The type of cakes that we make is vanilla cake, butter cake, or we make chocolate cakes. We also bake cupcakes.
Okay, we just love good vanilla or butter cakes. It's so versatile, and once you get your perfect recipes, you can always add a bit of coloring to make it look big fancy, and it becomes the rainbow cake. Okay, so here's the recipe that worked for me. Hope it works for you too.
Next, I think the idea of making a bread is something that the kids really enjoy. So sometimes we make plain bread or plain buns. The kids really enjoy the process, but I have to say, you might not get the best bread ever.
Here's the thing, we do not own any bread maker. We usually buy fresh bread, but when we want to have some fun in the kitchen, we make our own. So the kids help with mixing the ingredients, but I always need to take over the kneading part. So here's the recipe that works for me when making plain bread.
Next, when we talk about something to bake with kids, you can also make muffins. Obviously, muffins are the alternative for something that is more savory and less sweet. And again, it involves the same process, so the kids really enjoy them. Some of the types of muffins that you can make at your home would be blueberry muffins or any types of muffins really.
I know I mentioned blueberry muffins, but bananas are way more accessible in a tropical country like ours. So adding bananas into our muffins is just one of the ways to cook them, as we also fry, boil, bake, and eat them raw. Yummy! So here's the recipe for our own version of banana muffins.
Next, the kids really enjoy making cookies. Now, especially because the cookies are usually a mix of ingredients and we really get creative. We just mix whatever we have, and sometimes we add a bit of color just because we like the colors. So there are quite a lot of different types of cookies that we bake with the kids, depending on the situation. The typical one would be a chocolate chip cookies or butter cookies, but it can be as simple as just mixing up cornflakes and honey and bake them. You know, it doesn't really have to be complicated, but the process is always so much fun, especially when colorful sprinkles are involved.
Okay, making cookies always reminds me of Eid. The whole house would smell of cookies and it's definitely comforting. So here's the simplest recipe of the simplest complete cookies we make at home.
Next, I realized that my children really enjoy making pies. You know why? Because you actually get to mix and come up with the crust themselves. So what we do is we mix all the ingredients, we mix all the flour and the butter and everything, and we make them into pie crusts. And we would usually cook the pies, the fillings beforehand. Sometimes we make custard pie, sometimes we make cream pies, or sometimes we make chicken pie.
Okay, I have to admit, this recipe for pie crust is not exactly the perfect recipe. However, when eaten with yummy fillings, it worked just fine. So you probably have your own recipe, but here's mine. Happy baking!
So I think that's all. Those are 5 baking ideas that I do with my children regularly. Hopefully it helps you. Okay, I think that is all, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you have anything that you would like to add or any baking ideas that you have, feel free to comment down below. So I'll make videos on travel, motherhood and lifestyle. In case you're interested in watching those videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.